going on, guys and girls? Well, we're heading to pick up my buddy, one I talked about a little bit last night. If you watched that video, you'll understand what's going on. If not, hopefully it'll still be pretty easy to follow. I'm about 2 miles from him now. He has no idea that I'm even interested in making a video of this, but as soon as he gets in the truck, I'm going to ask him if he's okay with it. I have a feeling he will be, but you know, if he's not, he's not. Nothing I can do about that. Maybe he'll still let me document his camp or something, but either way, just wanted to give you a heads up of what we're doing, and should be, make sure I don't miss my exit here. Should be pretty cool. It's starting to rain here and kind of a dreary day. I was up really late last night trying to get that other video uploaded, so I haven't done much at all before this, but it's nice. You know, I got up and took care of Doc, hit the road. Nice little 45-minute drive to come down here and pick him up. So, but we're getting off the exit now. I'm gonna shut this off, and hopefully you'll see me and my buddy here in just a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Picked up my buddy. We're going to his camp now to grab some of his stuff that I'm gonna keep safe for him for a while. And I think we might go out and grab a burger or something, but just wanted to touch base. We'll see how this goes. He said there is some other people in his camp, so I'm definitely not gonna get too personal with this. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, just keep on going straight, like over the bridge, and then we're not wanting to get on the interstate. We're wanting to keep going straight. So
be in the left lane.
Yeah.
But we'll touch base here shortly. Yeah.
You know, the editing part of it. But anyway, we're rolling up here underneath I-95, and we're about a stone's throw away from the camp. And
should we just park right here under the bridge?
Right here under the bridge will be good. But yeah, I'm in camp with 3 other guys. They've actually been in this camp for going on 3 years, if not over 3 years, potentially. Yeah, so they've been working the Richmond system as well as they can, and it's kind of sad for me because they don't seem like they're really progressing towards any type of you know, personal productivity, or you know what I mean, like
gotcha. Not trying to better themselves. I
mean, it seems like they want to, but they've just been where they're at for so long that they've given up on, you know, potential opportunity for anything. So they're just kind of going through the motions, like every day, you know, just survival or whatever. And there's a pretty good support system in Richmond for like keeping people alive and keeping people clean and somewhat healthy. I mean, personally lately I've been getting a little upset stomach from some of the food I've been eating, so I've been more careful about what I've been eating. But I mean, anyway, yeah, so they've been in camp for a while. I've been in there a couple of months, and I'm just feeling a little insecure about keeping my I've got some valuable equipment in there, like music equipment and camera equipment and audio recording equipment too, that I'm not wanting to be.
Yeah, you don't want it to walk away.
Yeah, I'm not wanting to have someone see me walk in there
exactly
and catch on to my routine as yeah.
Let's head down
random
and
as it is. But yeah, let's go grab it. Some days well, most days I'm taking the bike because I like being able to have a wider range.
Yeah.
You know, where I go. Like these other guys, they're mostly on foot.
Alright guys, we're down here in this camp, and it's cool, man. This is definitely a little different than what I was expecting.
Yeah, so these guys have been here, like I said, about 3+ years. Got Manuel over here. He was the first guy in camp here. He's got a pretty good setup over there. And then we've got Walt and Tom over here. Tom, he's the guy I've been hanging with the most, but he showed me the system around Richmond, like where to find things or whatever. But I mean, just like you're doing this as kind of an art project or whatever. Like, I mean, I'm basically living this way as a research project. You know what I mean? Because I'm not doing videography or anything, but like I'm definitely taking notes for like literature and writing literature and possibly making music too. You know?
Yeah, I gave a brief of you last night when I was just talking and explaining that I was coming out here, but I'll definitely, I told him, I really don't know you that well. I've just followed you on the Facebook, so it's interesting though to get to know somebody that lives outside. That's why my followers follow me, is because I live differently than society. Now this is a whole other level, but
yeah, but this is true. I mean, this is really happening here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it's happening all over the world. It really is.
Yeah, and I mean, there's other camps like this all over Richmond, and they're all just kind of tucked away in different spots. I like this one. I've got a history with Tom. Like I met him when I came through here back in 2010, and we kind of stayed in touch on Facebook. So I knew I could, try. Like when I got here, there wasn't really that great of a spot here, and I wanted something to get fully covered up, because I wasn't sure what to expect with the weather or whatever. It's been so unpredictable the last few years.
Definitely.
Just about everywhere. You never know where and when the cold's going to hit or the snow's going to hit. I mean, obviously it's wet out here. It's been raining quite a bit, and that's another reason I'm asking you to grab up some of my my more valuable things, because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay here, because I'm sensitive to like excessive moisture and like mold and that, and a lot of these clothes that are hanging over here, like they've been hanging there the whole time I've been here, and then there's like some comforters and blankets that have mold like all over them. So I'm starting to, I mean, it's not bad, like I'm not like in pain or anything, but I can tell I'm having some symptoms of being exposed to the mold or whatever. So so I'm planning on heading out of here pretty soon. I don't know, I'm gonna see how it goes. But anyway, when I got here, I knew I wanted to put my things to be totally covered up, like ground cover as well as air cover. So I made a wigwam frame.
Nice. Oh man, this is awesome. Super cool, man. This is really cool.
Yeah, so I got my tent in there. So it's, so when I'm in there, I'm like double insulated from the weather.
Good.
Cold as well as the moisture.
Here's that trailer I was telling you guys about. I was talking about the craftsmanship that was put into this trailer, being completely hand built. It's it's neat. You can definitely tell you have a lot of time and thought involved in that.
I appreciate that, thanks.
A lot of miles on that old bicycle too, huh?
Yeah, just this past summer, well actually this past year, well not this year as in 3 days this year, but
last 2014.
Yeah, 2014. I started out the year in Southern California, and I spent the last winter in like LA and San Diego, and then I toured up to Northern California, went through the Bay Area, Sacramento. I had some things in storage in Chico that I went up to get. Chico's like North Central Valley. Anyway, July 1st I left Sacramento and I crossed the country through the middle. 4 months later, got here to Richmond.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got everything kind of prepared to just grab up and go over there.
Cool. Well, like I told you, man, I'm in no rush. I'm really enjoying this, more than you imagine, just because of the interesting factors to it.
Yeah, I don't know how well that'll pick up light or whatever, but
I'm not really. I mean, I'm sure that's a good enough shot so far. I mean, they get the idea. Check out the canopy here. This is actually a really nice setup, man.
Yeah, I mean it's not, I can't like do jumping jacks in here or anything, but I mean I can get dressed in here, and I actually don't mind like having to crouch down and kind of crawl around, because it puts me in positions to
Yeah.
You know, to stay flexible.
Yeah.
I got everything kind of prepped. I didn't know like how much time you were time. I've got my guitar amplifier in here, and
you don't even have to discuss the details
yeah,
if you want, as long as I'm not holding a big old bag of drugs, you know.
Trust me, this isn't a weapon unless you consider a 6-string a weapon.
Gotcha. Well, I like guns and all, so they don't bother me a bit. I'm actually in the market for one of these Pelican cases. I wanted to get your opinion on it.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah, I just bought a couple, the smaller versions, like for the GoPro cameras and things. But I want a big one to keep a couple of rifles in.
Yeah, anything they make, dude.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I went by their factory when I was in Florence. When I was out there last summer.
And what does this one run, about $170 ish?
It's like $2+.
Is it?
Yeah, you could get it like high ones online.
I think I found some on eBay. They all have so many different numbers too, but
yeah, and even used, like
yeah, and I'd be fine with that because it'll last forever.
It's just like the foam. I can show you this later, but I cut out the foam to fit my guitar.
Nice.
I've got a wah-wah pedal in there, and I've got a flute in there too. But
nice.
But this will protect my guitar for life.
Good.
I've kind of, I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Desperado.
Nah, not a big movie person.
Tarantino. Yeah, we get a lot of helicopter traffic. There's a helicopter pad right across the highway.
So now, what is this we're looking at down the hill there, down into the bottom?
All right, so
where the train tracks are.
Yeah, there's train tracks down there. The old city jail is over there. That tall building through the trees, that's the new city jail.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give you a little bit of perspective.
I didn't mean to cut you off when you were talking about that movie. The helicopter kind of.
It's a movie about I can't remember the dude's name that's in it. Antonio Banderas. He goes to Mexico or something, or I haven't even actually seen the movie. I just heard about it, but I've seen a YouTube video of it.
Gotcha.
Just different parts of it. But he carries machine guns in guitar cases.
Nice.
And there's a particular scene where they're having a shootout, and like he drops he like puts the guitar cases down to his side, and then he starts, like, him and his buddies or whatever, they start like having a shootout with like the guitar cases or whatever. So anyway, it's like
cool.
It's a contrary Desperado.
Nice.
Or a contrasting Desperado. It's like the guitar in the machine gun case.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had most of this stuff with me when I was on tour. I don't know if you want to, this is something kind of neat. I see a lot of roadkill when I'm touring.
Gotcha, I imagine so.
And I try to collect like certain things that I feel like akin to or whatever, and for whatever reason I feel tied to like birds of prey or like hawks and owls and that. I don't have them handy right now, but I've got a set of hawk wings, like the full wings from a roadkill hawk, and these are wings from a Merlin hawk, and then these are feathers from an owl, like both wings from an owl that I found.
Gotcha.
And I'm holding on to these for like future art projects.
Nice.
I've actually considered making some type of hat wrap out of these.
Cool.
Because like I said, I'm working up being a performer, whether that be music or whatever.
Well, I'll definitely link your information in the description of this video, so if some people want to follow you, they'll have the we'll talk about that. If you want to link the Facebook or something to it, to where they can, check out what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm not sure how things are going to go. From here. I mean, if everything goes as has been thought about recently, I'm going to be in Denmark by mid-July.
Gotcha.
But I mean, that's dependent on a lot of unknowns right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's everything.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd like you to hold for me.
So this is what we would take back to the country and lock up in the shop just to keep it safe.
Yeah, I got some camera equipment in here. Like I said, the guitar in here, guitar amp, and some costume things in there. Some more costume things in here. This is like more costume stuff. This is like microphones and power cords and.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just things I didn't feel totally safe with having out here. And,
yeah.
As much as I've been like away from camp.
How often do the trains come through here?
Pretty periodically.
Yeah.
I would say at least 6 or 8 times a day, and through the night too.
Yeah.
And I hear them running before they blow the horns. So I know to
get a little prepared. Yeah, because I'd imagine it's pretty loud. I mean, we're only a couple hundred yards from the track.
Yeah, it's super loud when they blast the horns for sure.
I'll tell you what, David, it's up to you, but since we've got everything out, if you'd rather, we can go back up, get the truck, and do the highway thing like you said, and be right here till we don't have to carry it so far. Or we can take some with us, you know what I mean? And then when we come back, park the truck, grab the rest.
Okay.
That might be a little more practical, but whatever you think, man. I told you I'm in no big rush. This is actually really interesting for me. It really is. This is neat, it really...
Yeah, I'm going to be stoked to do the sequel when I'm actually out at your property and we're working on
building the crate.
This stuff up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
I may have a different bike by then.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook that you were looking at getting a different one. Did you ever sell that computer you were trying to get rid of?
I didn't. But I ended up. I'm glad that I held on to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like since I've been traveling so much, like being online and Facebooking and emailing, that's really my only like consistent social interaction. I mean, well, with known people, with people that I have a history with, because being so mobile, like every day, I'm around totally new people every day.
Yeah.
There was actually a period of time, almost a year went by, where I didn't see a familiar face in person for almost a year. But I was traveling so much.
Alright guys, well we're going to make a trip to the truck. I'm going to have to put the camera down so I can carry some of this stuff too, but maybe we'll shoot a little more video when we come back. We're going to bring the truck a little closer, and maybe we'll do another clip here in a minute. Alright, so we're back in the truck now. We've got one load. We're going to make a loop around, get on the highway, and then get back off the highway. That way the truck will be parked on the exit ramp right where the camp is. Because this guitar case, as y'all could see, we were coming back, and there's 4 or 5 cars that passed us, and that would have definitely looked a little suspicious walking down the road with that case. So, all right, you let me know what I need to do here. Go all the way down to the light?
I'm not even that sure. I would say go back to Broad, and then take a left on Broad, and get on the highway there.
Yeah, because we need to get off that exit down there, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So we need to get all the way onto...
We need to get to the next exit south or east.
wonder if I should get on the highway here and then get off and loop back. You know what I mean?
You could do that, yeah.
I think I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If we got the GPS, we won't get so lost.
What do you mean working cases?
I do workman's comp investigations.
Oh, right on.
And I do a lot down here at the MCV and VCU hospitals and following people to doctor's appointments. I might even go down like to Maury Street, you know, cross over the river and then get back on 95 South. I think that'll be the easiest versus messing with the road right here.
Right. So you also do motorhome repair?
Yeah, that's just kind of been a hobby. You know, I've been living off and on in motorhomes for about 10 years and always working on them. And it just slowly, middle of last year, it turned into a business. It's pretty neat how it all worked out. It's slow right now this time of year, but I see it to hopefully pick up in springtime.
Right. So, you know, I'm not totally. I'm going through the steps of what I need to go through where I am and you know what I need to do, you know, short term.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I want to do some further modification on the trailer, and I need to do a repair on the trailer.
Gotcha.
And that's not something I can do, you know, in 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, I want to get started on some music or whatever. But I mean, all that aside, you know, so I'm waiting on the pension, and then like once that goes through, then I'm eligible for the apartment. And the way that works is Virginia Supportive Housing, they'll front like the first 3 months of rent. So I'll get like 3 months of that pension to like find work, get settled into the place, which is, I mean, I'm not really going to settle in, you know, like I said, it's just a temporary thing. But as far as they know, and as far as I initially was planning, I was planning on staying in Richmond, but I'm not finding the opportunities that I'd like to find here, and I'm just not feeling as inspired as I thought that I would be here.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, trying to be an artist, that's kind of important, you know, to be, you know, stoked on where you are or whatever. I mean, originally I thought it would be a neat place to you know, work on stuff, you know, art or music or whatever, because there is so much history here.
We want south.
Actually, no,
we
want to go
north.
north. Yeah. And there's still a lot of like conflict here. I mean, even though it's not really like physical conflict. I mean, I guess there is physical conflict as far as like crime or whatever. I don't know, maybe sometime in May.
Yeah.
Maybe even earlier. Just depends.
Yeah.
On,
Come out and spend a weekend or something, you know, and
Right.
maybe work on a project.
And dude, if there's anything, yes, we want the 7th Street. If you've got any things going on out there that you need an extra hand with, you know,
I've thought about it several times,
yeah,
man. If my business was busier right now, I could, you could be making some serious money by helping me out, but I just don't have the work, you know.
Oh, with the RV thing?
Yeah, because I always needed a hand at the end of summer, especially when I cut my finger. I was really in need of help and couldn't find any. I still don't have any lined up for this spring, so if you're in town, I mean, that'll be a great opportunity for some good cash.
Yeah. Actually, I lived in a motorhome for 3 years.
Did you?
Yeah,
Awesome.
like on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to hit the road one day in mine, but I've got a few things still that are holding me at the place out here in the country. So for now, it's where I'll be. So we're gonna stay off to the left here and then take it.
And there'll be a place to pull off. Or it says authorized only, but as far as I can tell, we're authorized.
This one, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that sounds cool, man. And like, you know, anything else that you have going on,
Yeah.
totally willing to help out and able. Just
Stay
past
to
it,
the
yeah,
right.
stay to the right, and then, well, just past this one. Matter of fact, this is the way I came in for the first time. It was the only way I could get my bike and the trailer on my gear down.
Yeah.
And it is slippery.
Yeah. That'll make for a better video if I tumble down the hill with the camera, you know? Oh yeah, kitty cat. Is that kitty cat? Yeah? Pretty cat. Alright, so we got the rest of the stuff heading back to the truck. I'm gonna put this camera away before I end up down that hill. It's a hell of an incline there.
There's actually a lot of empty camps around this LIT.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. See, I took a razor, well, I put the guitar on the foam and then I traced it with chalk.
Yeah.
And then I cut it out with a razor blade. But yeah, man, this will protect my guitar for life.
That's really cool. What is this piece here?
This is a flute.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called a drone flute. It's a Native American instrument.
Nice.
Yeah, so one thing I want to do with that, and I haven't really experimented with it much yet, is play that through like guitar effects. And maybe even through the wah pedal.
Yeah, I don't understand a whole bunch of that stuff, but sounds interesting.
Yeah. I want them to be like, wow, that guy is doing good work. I want to see his work progress. So I'm having a good time.
Alright guys, we're about done for the day. We went and had some lunch at Panera Bread and hung out and did some chatting. I decided not to take the camera in there. They were rather crowded, but pulling back up at the camp here now, and I'm gonna head back home and do some editing on this video and try to get this up so you guys can see it. Hope y'all enjoy it. I know I'm excited. It's definitely, I had a picture in my mind of what I was expecting today, and it's not at all what I was picturing in my mind. So
what was that?
I wasn't expecting near the camp setup. I mean, it was a lot nicer and more laid out, better than I was picturing. You know, I thought it was going to be just a little rougher.
Yeah, it's pretty well established.
I agree. No, we had a good day, and I'm glad I feel better about your stuff being with me out in the country than here, though. If somebody stumbled across that place, and I mean, they could really take you for a lot of stuff. So
yeah,
at least now you'll know where it's at, and you know, if you need something, I run it to you or whatever. But
yeah, I totally appreciate it.
now we got the train coming through, man. I wish you were down at the camp for that. But I'm gonna definitely come back though, and maybe we'll hang out some and shoot some more videos, do some hiking around that area, because I know you're not going to be there forever, and I'd like to learn a little more about it. Maybe we can talk to what was his name?
Tom.
Maybe he'd be willing to talk to us a little bit. And We'll see. Let us know, guys, if y'all want to see something more specific, or if you have some questions for David, leave me a comment and I'll communicate with him. We normally chat on the internet just about every day, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind answering your questions. Well, again, hey, thanks for watching. We're gonna part ways for the day. We'll see y'all later.